Heyo, my name is Ian, this is Finely Chopped Pixels, and today I wanted to share a kind of a compilation of what I've done over the past 2 years. A couple years ago, I made a video on my progress in Blender in 8 years, and now it's 10 years, so I thought, hey, this would be a good opportunity to, just kind of show what I've been up to. So, we start out our story in the back half of 2019. I was very interested in space at the time, so I did a lot of animations and experiments with this astronaut character that I created. And also, on the back half of 2019, I created a little mini-series on how to model this gun you're seeing here. It wasn't super successful, but it was a lot of good practice. Then, I was doing a whole lot of digital environment creation from a photo that turned into like an extended fly-through of a house that I did from a bunch of pictures, which was kind of fun. I also did this ghost shot, and I just kind of wanted to see if I could do a nice long tracking shot with a see-through person, and there's some flaws to it, but I thought it ended up alright. And then at some point I also thought, dude, it'd be so cool to be able to follow somebody through a portal, exiting the portal, hitting the ground rolling, and wouldn't that just be so cool? I think it turned out alright. There's some issues that just doesn't look super good in some ways, but I'm very glad that I did it instead of just kind of thinking about doing it. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some lava in there too. Nice. Moving on to 2020, I was doing a little bit more with a digital set recreation, and this was an advertisement, and they needed an explosion. And they actually used a practical explosion, but I thought, hey, if this goes wrong in some way, the set is going to be destroyed, so I'll recreate it digitally, and that'll be a good backup just in case. At some point in time, I remember sketching out a picture of an armchair in a slingshot, and that's what this project was kind of the realization of. Also, once again, super inspired by Ian Hubert's crab battle video. Here's the whole thing. Let's see, here's another CG Weekly Challenge result, and this was the Space Carrier Challenge. This guy in space, carrying something. Here's the behind the scenes. Kind of a nice look around the scene, and in rendered view as well. Nice. Okay, I gotta show you something that is not mine. I've edited it a little bit, but this thing terrified me as a 6-year-old, and now I just think it's awesome. Now, the whole point of showing you that is just to show you this really awesome thing, but also I was working on recreating it in 2020. should get back to that. Anyways, I did start working on a tutorial series on Siren Head. It's still out there. It's very much still out there. What the heck is that thing?
The Fatness Gram Pacer test is a...
I don't know. I just love how weird and eerie the character is. And how creepy he can be. My camera wasn't very good at low light, so the inside of the car shot was actually completely digital. I stitched a whole bunch of long exposure photos together and did some green screening, and yeah, that's what it looks like inside. Alright, I did some sky replacement stuff, and I also did some vanishing effects. Those are both tutorials there. A lot of this is from tutorials. And then there's this guy, which I created for a course that I was working on, and then I thought, you know what, I should make a movie for this so that it's actually interesting. So I created a short film. Here, let me spoil the most exciting part and the coolest visual effect. And then this is from the course that I mentioned. I'm completely redoing all the visual effects and teaching as I go along. Oh yeah, and we got some visual effects breakdowns of the original time through. Yeah, the crash pads. That was a big pain in the butt to figure out how to do that, but it ended up working, I guess. And late 2020, I was looking at one of these smoke card things, and I thought, dude, you could wrap this around in a circle and make a sick portal. And so that's what I did, and I made a whole bunch of tutorials on that as well. Then I realized you could actually make it look like there was a 3D environment on the other side. Oh man, I was just so excited when I figured out how to make it so that the camera could actually travel through the portal. That's one of my favorite tutorials. I'm still not exactly sure what this is, and I'm not sure why it's in this because it was all in camera, no Blender. But yeah, here it is. Then there was a whole tutorial series on removing your arm and adding in a robotic arm. All sorts of good fun stuff. And then I actually ended up doing some 3D motion capture, which was super fun to mess around with. And for a lot of the year, I've been chipping away on this project to make a one-take cool car fly through. I'll just play it. Go! More recently, I shot a short film with some guys and been working on a wedding video edit, so that's been taking up a lot of my time lately. I do all my editing in Blender, so I guess technically that can still fall into the same category. So that's what I've been working on in the last 2 years, a total of 10 years of experience, which feels really weird. Now if this stuff kind of seems interesting to you, I've created a completely free video for people who are interested in learning 5 tips for integrating their CG creations into real-life footage. Link for that in the description. But hey, I hope this was encouraging or inspiring to you. I hope you have an excellent day, and cheers!